Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Before I start the paper, I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help me so that I am able to deliver you the content that you guys are seeking to learn. We are doing 0580 paper 42 October-November 2023. Before I start, I wanted to tell you guys that your support would actually mean a lot because I have decided that all revenue generated from my videos for the time being will be donated for the cause of Palestine, because we know what is the situation in Gaza right now. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them. Ameen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So let us start with our very first question. The first question that we have over here, it says that translate triangle T by the vector -1, 7 and label the image K. Alright guys, so first of all, whenever we have translation vector, it is one of the most easiest. The translation vector that is given over here is -7, 1. What does this actually mean? This is basically the x value and this is the y value. So for each point, let's call this point A, B, C. Let me zoom it in a bit since you guys already know the question. So look, we will go -7, 7 points backwards and 1 point upwards, because the value of x is -7, the value of y is +1. So this actually becomes -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. Let me count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So A will move on to this point. Alright. Again, let's go for this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 1 point up. Again for B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 1 point up. So hence guys, we have translated the vector and it becomes A prime, B prime, C prime, and you can call this point K. So the coordinates are -5, 2, the coordinates A -5, 2, B -1, 3 and C -1, 5. Perfect. Let's move on to the next part. In the next part it says describe fully the single transformation that maps K onto triangle K. It's basically saying what we have done just right now. Explain it. So you guys can actually say translation that maps K onto triangle T. Translation by -7, 1. Okay. Now it says reflect the triangle T in the line y is equals to 4. Okay guys, so basically I wish I had a ruler like something. Let me erase this so it doesn't look dirty. So the line y is equals to 4 is actually this line. Alright. And we have to reflect the triangle T. Let me use a different color for you guys now. So look, this point will remain over here because it's exactly on the line. This point 1, 2, then you will go 2 up, 1, 2. Part B 1, 2 again, 1, 2. So the reflection is, oh, this doesn't look nice. I want straight lines like this. Perfect. I hope you guys get it now. Okay, we did this. Now it says rotate triangle T through 90° clockwise about 0, 0. Okay, triangle T clockwise 0, 0. Many teachers will say use tracing paper, stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you a very short technique or trick. This is a shortcut actually. Whenever you have rotation clockwise 90° from 0, 0, we use this trick. So first of all, write down the points of A, B, C. Okay. So the points of A are, it's 2, 2. Points of B are 6, 2. And points of C are 6, 4. Look what you guys will be doing now. I'm writing everything over here. First of all, you will switch. You will switch the points. So let's say a dot. Since it's 2 comma 2, I'll just write 2 comma 2. Let me use the color red for you guys over here so that you guys understand better. So 2 comma 2, even if I switch it, it doesn't matter. And the y coordinate, I will add minus sign. B. Again, B, I will switch the coordinates 2 comma 6. And y coordinate, I will add minus 1. And then again C, I will switch the coordinates 4 comma 6, and with y I'm going to add the negative sign. So it actually becomes, when I'm going to rotate it from 0 comma 0, it becomes 2 comma negative 2, it becomes 2 comma negative 6, and it becomes 4 comma negative 6. So once you guys rotate it, you will get an answer like this. Look. Alright, of course you guys will use a scale. So I hope you get this part now. So let's call this P, Q, R. Okay. We are done with this part as well. Now it says enlarge triangle T by the scale factor minus 1 upon 2, center 0 comma 0. Label the image P. Okay. First of all, what you guys have to do, I'll use this option, annotate option. You guys need to use the scale. It goes from this point. Okay. From, let me make it now. Okay, so now since you guys already have the points, okay, what was basically the enlarged triangle by the scale factor minus 1 comma 2? Okay, so look, what was point A? Point A was, what was point A? 2 comma 2. You can write like this, 2, 2. You will multiply this with minus 1 upon 2. So this becomes minus 1 minus 1. So the first point is this, minus 1 minus 1. The part B, B coordinates are 6 comma 2. Alright, write it down like this, 6, 2, multiply it with negative 1 upon 2. It becomes minus 3 minus 1. So minus 3 minus 1 is this point. And then you have the C coordinate, which is 6 comma 4. 6 comma 4. Multiply it with again minus 1 upon 2. It becomes minus 3 minus 2, minus 3 minus 2. So look, you guys made the triangle transformation. Okay, so now let me remove the unnecessary working. Yeah, so now we have done this part as well, enlargement part as well. Now the last part says describe fully the single transformation that maps P onto triangle T. So look, this one is P, this new one is actually P. So it says what is the single transformation that maps P onto triangle T. Look, if you multiply, if you look at it, this triangle T, it's how, what's the base? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4. And what's the base of this one? 2. What's the height? It's 2. What's the height of P? It's just 1. So we can already understand that this is enlargement by 2, because triangle T is twice as bigger as P, but in the negative direction. Look, it's negative. The triangles, one is like this, the other is like this. So it's negative direction. So we will say enlargement by a scale factor of negative 2 from the center 0 comma 0. So that's how guys you're done with the first question. I hope you guys are able to understand it. It took us like a lot of time to do this one. Next question, it says Daisy records her 50 homework marks. The table shows the result. Write down the, what is a range. Okay, So look guys, range is basically the biggest number. You subtract the biggest number from the smallest number. So the biggest number is 20. The smallest number is 15. So range is actually 5. Okay. Next part it says write down the mode. Look, mode is the number that occurs the most. So if you look at this question, 15 occurs 1 time, 16 occurs 3 times, 17 occurs 19 times, 18 occurs 11 times. So 17 is the number which is occurring the most. So mode would actually be 17. Now the question says find median. So look, total homeworks. What's the total frequency? 50. So we will do 50. Divide 50 by 2. You will get 25. Now look, write down cumulative frequency over here. This is 1. 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 19, 23. 23 plus 11, 33, 34. 34 plus 10 is 44. 44 plus 6 is 50. So look, where does the number 25 come? This is 1, this is 4, this is 23. So it means in this range 25 is coming, right? Because this is starting from 24, 25 all the way up till 34. So your median would actually be 18. Okay, so we will write 18 over here. Now it says calculate the mean. Okay, how will we calculate the mean? So look, the formula for mean is actually mean is equals to sigma fx upon sigma f. Alright. So first of all, how do we find sigma fx? You will do 15 multiplied by 1, that's 15. Then you will do 16 multiplied by 3, that's 48. Let me calculate it with you guys. Then you will do 17 multiplied by 19, that's 323. Okay, then you will do 18 multiplied by 11, which is 198. 198, that this is 190. 20 multiplied by 6, 2, 6, it's going to be 120, but you know, just to be sure, 120. You will add all of these numbers now. Actually, you will do 15 plus 48 plus 323 plus 198 plus 190 plus 120. Divide it with sigma fx upon sigma f. Total frequency is 50. It's already written over here. You will divide it with 50, guys. So let's do it together. 48 plus 323 plus 198 plus 190 plus 120. Divide the whole thing by 50. So mean turns out to be 17.8. Yeah, so mean is 17.88. Okay. Now in part B, it says complete the stem and leaf diagram, show this information. First of all, guys, what you need to do is arrange the data in ascending order, yani small to big. So which is the smallest number? Now I have to count them all. So we deduct 18. Okay, after 18 we have 20. How many times 1? Then again we have 20. 2. Do we have another 20? No. Then we have 21. Then we have another 21. Then we have another 21. Then we have 22. Then we have 25. Then we have 30. Then we have 33. And lastly we have 34. Okay, so now it says complete the stem and leaf diagram to show this information. They have given you the key. It represents 2, 5 means 25. So you will write 1, 8 would mean 18. 2, 0 would mean 20. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 21, 1, 22, 25. 3, 0 would mean 30, 33, 34. Okay. Next part it says find the median. Okay, so you guys will use a formula n plus 1 divided by 2. N is total scores test, which is 11. 11 plus 1 divided by 2. So that's actually 12 divided by 2, 6. 6 is not your answer. We are basically choosing the sixth value. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this number is actually 21. Okay. Then we have find the interquartile range. Interquartile is actually the upper quartile minus, let me write it down. Interquartile range is equals to upper quartile minus your lower quartile. Okay, so what's the formula for upper quartile? Upper quartile is actually 3 upon 4 multiplied by n plus 1, and lower quartile is 1 upon 4 multiplied by n plus 1. So let's find it out. 3 upon 4 multiplied by n is 11. 11 plus 1 is 12. So 4 ones are 4 threes are 3 threes are 9. Ninth term. Which term is the ninth term? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 30th. Upper quartile 30 minus lower quartile 1 upon 4, again n is 11. 11 plus 1 is 12. So 1 12 there is 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Third term. So 1, 2, 3. So the third term is 20. 1, 2, 3. So upper quartile minus lower quartile 30 minus 20. The answer is 10. Hope you guys get this one. Alhamdulillah, done with this. Now the next question, it says the value of Priya's car decreases by 10% every year. Today's value is 7695. Calculate the value of the car after 1 year. Okay. So look guys, the way I teach my students this question is cross multiple, like do this. Write over here the dollar sign. Write over here the percentage. It says the value of car decreases. The today value. So look, when the value today is 7695, in percentages it is actually 100%. Right? It says calculate the value of the car after 1 year. After 1 year, your car decreases by 10%. So it means the actual value of the car is 90%. So what's the value of the dollar value of the car when the percentage value is 90%? So just cross multiply like this, guys. You will do 100. X is equals to 7695 multiply by 90, divide the whole thing by, 100 will go down. Okay, so x is equals to 7695 multiply by 90, divide the whole thing by 100 now. So 7695 multiply by 90, divide the whole thing by 100. 6925.5. 6925.5. So this is your answer. All right. Now look, the next question says calculate the value of the car 1 year ago. Now this students will mess this question up. You need to understand that now we are in the second year. Alright, so basically let me write down dollar, let me write down percentage. So this 7695, now it's not equal to 100% actually, it's equals to 90%. Because we are in the second year, and after the decrease in the value of the car is 7695. Because the question says calculate the value of the car 1 year ago. 1 year ago, the percentage value of the car was 100. So write over here x and cross multiply. The reason why I'm always looking up like that is because it's like 3:30 a.m. and I'm feeling hungry. I'm just thinking of getting myself some coffee after a while. So 7695 multiplied by 100 is equals to 90x. X is equals to 7695 multiplied by 100 divided by 90. I wish I had the super ability to eat each and everything without getting fat. Only I wish. So the answer is 8550. So the dollar value is 8550. Okay, it says Ali invests $600 at a rate of 2% per simple interest. Interest is haram. Calculate the value of Ali's investment at the end of 5 years. Look, I is equals to PRT multiplied by 100. So principal amount 600, interest 2 for 5 years, divide the whole thing by 100. This is the formula. Okay, 600 multiply by 2 multiply by 5, divide the whole thing by 100. Look, 60. Alright, but please do not write this as your answer. 60 is the interest he got. It says calculate the value of Ali's investment. Ali invested 600. He got a return of 60, so his investment is now $660. Okay, make sure you guys don't make this mistake. Sarah invests 500 at a rate of R% per year compound interest. At the end of 12 years, the value of Sarah's investment is 601.35. Correct to the nearest cents. Find the value of R. Okay. First of all, this is compound interest. The value of compound interest is amount is equals to P multiplied by 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power T. T is time. Alright. So my friends, the amount of investment, it's basically given. Alright. Amount after all these years is given 601.35. Principal is 500. Sorry. 1 plus interest rate we don't know. And time is 12 years. Okay. We will shift 500 over there. It becomes 601.35 divided by 500. Because 500 was being multiplied over here. Over there, when you will shift it to the other side, it would be divided. Is equals to 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power 12. Now guys, we need to remove this raised to power 12. So we will root both sides by the power of 12. Okay. How will you guys do that? Do not worry. I will teach you. Do shift. Go back. Remove 3. Write 12. So now it becomes 601.35 upon 500. 1.0154. 1.0154 is equals to 1 plus R upon 100. Because we removed this. This thing is removed now. 1 will go over there. It will be subtracted. So 1.0154 subtracted from 1 is equals to R upon 100. Let me subtract this from 1. 0.01549. 0.01549 is equals to R upon 100. 100 will shift up and multiply. So once I multiply it with 100, it's 1.54. R is equals to 1.54. So since it's 1.549, R will become 1.55. Remember, round it off 3 significant figures. Otherwise, marks will be deducted. Anyways, it says the mass of a radioactive substance decreases exponentially at a rate of 3% each day. Find the overall percentage decrease at the end of 10 days. So guys, whenever you all will see this type of question, you guys will get confused. Alright, so but whenever it says the question that exponential, alright, remember you guys have to use compound interest formula. Now I do not like to teach in such a manner that you guys memorize things, but the compound interest formula is basically an exponential. Whenever you raise something to the power, it becomes exponential, right? So right now just use the formula. Amount is equals to P multiplied by 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power T. So look, amount basically says find the overall percentage decrease. So we need to find out the amount. Now guys, think logically. Let's say, God forbid, Allah, you're living in a city and there are radioactive waves. All right. So radioactive waves are basically, it says, decreases exponentially at a rate of 3%. All right. So the first day, oh, this is good thing. Radioactivity is decreasing. Okay. So alhamdulillah. I thought it's increasing. So the first day, there will be 100% radioactivity because it has yet to decrease. It has not started decreasing. It will start decreasing now, from now onwards. So right now, radioactivity is how much? 100% because it has not started decreasing. So in place of P, I will write 100. 1, I will not write plus because it says decreases, decrease, minus 3 upon 100 raised to power T, 10 days. Okay. So my brothers and sisters, 100, 1 minus 3 upon 100 again, 100 again, raised to power 10. So after 10 days, find the overall percentage decrease. It is 73.74. Now do you guys get it? Again, this is not your answer, because why? The amount is 73.74. It means, now think logically, it says find the overall percentage decrease. On the first day, radioactivity was 100%. Now how much is radioactivity? It's 73.74. So by how much radioactivity has decreased? Find the overall percentage decrease. So we will do 100 minus 73.74. So the answer is 26.26. 26.26. So radioactivity has decreased by how much? 26.26. Get it? Okay. Now the next part is find the number of whole days it takes until the mass of substance is 1/2 of its original amount. So look guys, it says that the mass of the subject is 1/2 of its original amount. So this means y is equals to a 1 minus n raised to power x. Okay. So instead of y, what's the value of y? 1/2. Half basically. Half a is equals to a multiplied by 1 minus n. So basically 1 minus 3%, because radioactivity rate is 3%. So 1 minus 3, 0.03 actually, because 3% basically means what? Look, I'll do it for you guys. 3 divided by 100, it's 0.03. So 1 minus 0.03, you'll get 97. So instead I will just write 0.97. Okay, 0.97 raised to power t, because I do not know the time. A gets cancelled out, so this is basically half is equals to 0.97 raised to power t. Now I will use something called logs. So ln half is equals to ln 0.97t. Alright, so since we have used log, ln 1/2 is equals to t ln 0.97. The t comes back because we used ln. So t is equals to ln 1/2 divided by ln 0.97. Go to your calculator. Log, let me do it like this, log half upon log 0.97. So basically this is 22.75. T is equals to 22.75. So it says find the number of whole days, whole. Alright, so basically full day. So after 23 days, it will take 23 days until the mass of substance is 1/2 of its original amount. So it will take 23 days. Moving on to the next question, it says the diagram shows a sector of a circle that is made into a cone by joining OA to OB. Okay, we joined OA. This was the paper. For example, okay, you joined the paper to make it a cone. Okay, the sector angle is x, alright, and the radius of sector is 7.5. The base radius of the cone is 1.5. Okay, calculate the value of x. So look guys, in this question, alright, what you guys need to understand is that x, you will use the formula of perimeter of sector. Perimeter of sector is x upon 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. Now look guys, both of these shapes are actually the same. So it means that the perimeter of both the shapes would be same as well. So this is equivalent to 2 pi r. So 2 pi and 2 pi will be cancelled out. X upon 360 multiplied by r. What's the r over here? 7.5 is equals to r. What's the r over here? It's 1.5. So x is equals to 1.5 multiplied by 360 divided by 7.5. So hence we will get the value of x. Let me do it for you guys. 1.5 multiplied by 360 divided by 7.5, 72. So x is equals to how many degrees? 72 degrees. Moving on to the next question, it says the diagram shows a cylinder with radius 8 cm inside a sphere with radius 17 centimeters. Both ends of the cylinder touch the curved surface area. Show that the height of the cylinder is 30 centimeters. Let me zoom it in. So look guys, this question might seem very tricky. It's actually not. First of all, it says you need to show the height. Okay, we have to first find the unknown height, which we do not know. Whenever you guys can get confused with a question like this, just write down the things that you can identify. So it says the diagram shows a cylinder. This is the cylinder. Has radius 8. So this means this thing is 8. And then it says this thing is also 8. Then it says inside a sphere with radius 17. So look, if this is the middle part of the sphere, do you agree that this thing all the way till here and this thing all the way till here, this is also going to be 17? So now, if I make this thing, this is the upper height, this is the lower height, and both the heights are equal. Now I can use right angle triangle, Pythagoras theorem. If you guys don't know what Pythagoras theorem is, there is a video on my channel which you guys can watch. So this becomes c square is equals to a square plus b square. C square is 17. 17 square is equals to 8 square plus b square. B square is equals to 17 square minus 8 square. Because we want to remove the square, we will under root both the sides. So my friends, 17 square minus 8 square, it's 15. So this height is 15. This is not your answer though. If the upper height is 15, the lower height will also be 15. So total height is 15 plus 15, total height is 30. Working, you guys will show this as your working. Okay. Now, it says calculate the volume of the cylinder as the percentage of the volume of the sphere. Look, volume of cylinder is equals to pi r square h. Pi multiplied by r is 8 square h. We already know 30. So volume of cylinder is actually, I won't write pi, let me just write 8 square multiplied by 30. So it's 1920 pi. 1920 pi. Now volume of sphere, my hand is itching a lot, is 4 upon 3 multiplied by pi r cube. So 4 upon 3, let pi be pi, multiplied by r cube, yani 17 cube. Okay. 4. So we get, we actually get volume, so it's 19,652. 19,652 upon, I have to watch it again, 3 pi upon 3 pi. This is not the end though. We now have to divide volume of cylinder with the volume of the whole sphere, and then because it says percentage, we will multiply the answer with percentage. So let's check it over here. 1920 pi divided by 19652 pi upon 3 multiplied by 100. So the answer is 29.3099. So you guys just can write 29.30. You can just write 20. Oh wait, 29. Sorry, not 23. You can just write 29.3 as your answer. Okay. Let me write it neatly. One thing, you know, a man cannot be blessed with every quality. My handwriting is bad. Bad quality. Now, next part. The diagram shows a solid sphere with radius. Solid sphere with radius. Okay, this sphere has a radius 6 inside a cube with length 12, 20, 20, 20. The cube contains water. Okay, the height of the water is 15. The sphere is removed. Calculate the new depth of water in cube. So now guys, even though this question might seem a bit difficult, do not get like scared. What we have to do, before I solve the question, I'll explain you the logic behind it. Look, think logically. For example, okay, I have this cup. Because of the background, I think you guys can't see the cup. Look, in this cup there is water. And if I put my AirPods, okay, these are not AirPods though. If I put these AirPods in the cup, if the cup has this much water, the water will increase. Do you guys get the logic? So the water, the height of the water, the depth of the water is high because there is a sphere. So if I remove the sphere out of this cube, what will happen? The volume of water will decrease. So first I will calculate the steps. I will calculate the volume of sphere. I will calculate the volume of this cube. I will subtract it, and then I will get a new volume without the sphere. And then I will use my formula to find the height. So look guys, it says the cube with side length 20. This side is 20, this side is also 20. So first let us find the volume of the sphere. Volume of sphere. Volume of sphere actually is basically 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Okay, so 4 upon 3 multiplied by pi multiplied by r. R cube is 6 cube. So it's 288 pi. Volume of sphere is equals to 288 pi. Now I will find the volume of water, which is formula volume of cube. Volume of cube is equals to 20 multiplied by 20 multiplied by 15. So 20 multiplied by 20 multiplied by 15. It's 6,000. I will subtract it. 6,000 minus 288 pi. 509.221. 509.221. 2213. So now guys, this is the volume of the water without the sphere. So now I will use the volume of cube again. We know the sides 20 multiplied by 20, but we do not know the height. So actually 20 multiplied by 20 multiplied by height is now equal to the new volume without the sphere. So height is equals to 5095.2213 divided by 20 multiplied by 20 is 400. So divide it with 400. Divide the answer with 400. It's 12.73. Height is equals to 12.73. Height is equals to 12.7. This is your height. The new depth of the water in the cube without the sphere. Next question. Honestly, I hate questions of mensuration. I just don't like them at all. I don't know why. I just don't like them. So it says in question 5, in a shop, the cost of fiction book is $X. The cost of reference books is X plus $2. The cost of 11 fiction books is the same as the cost of 11 reference books. Look guys, in maths I'll teach you one thing. As far as I'm concerned, or if some of my students are concerned, if you just read the whole question, you won't get anything. That is true. Break the question. In a shop, the cost of a fiction book, okay, fiction book, FB, is X dollars, okay. The cost of a reference book, RB, is X plus $2, okay. The cost of 11 fiction books, fiction book, what's the cost of fiction book? X. So 11 fiction books would be 11X. Is the same as, is equals to the cost of 10 reference books. So write 10. What's the cost of one reference book? X plus 2. Now solve it. Not simple algebra plus 20. 10 will shift over there. 11x minus 10x is equals to 20. X is equals to 20. So the value of x is 20. Alright. I also have the marking scheme open for you guys. I check all my answers just to make sure they are according to the marking scheme as well. Sometimes because I am a human, it's like 4:07 a.m. I might make mistake, human error, but I don't want to make any mistake because you guys are like looking at my videos. I need to be 100% sure anyways. If you guys find mistakes, you can mention them in the comments below. I hope there are no mistakes, inshallah. But if you do find, let me know. I'll try to correct it or something. So it says in another shop the cost of 11 books is Y and the cost of a reference books is Y plus 2. Maria spends 95 on fiction books and 137 on reference books. She buys a total of 12 books. Show. Okay. So look guys, it says now that cost of fiction book is Y. So basically she bought a total of 12 books. She bought Maria's fiction books and on reference books. So we will say fiction books, F books plus reference books, R books. Total books are 12. Okay. Maria spends 95 on fiction books. So 95. She spends $95. And what's the price of each fiction book? We do not know the number of fiction books. So think logically. For example, if I say that you bought eggs worth 120, you bought eggs worth 120 and the price of each egg is 10. For example, you bought eggs worth 120 and the price of each egg is 10. So if I ask you how many eggs you guys bought, you guys can easily tell me we bought 12 eggs. Right? Same way we will write the price 95. We bought $95 worth of books, okay, and the price we will mention the price of each book to find the quantity of book. Price, total price divided by price of each book to find the total quantity bought. Because we do not know the price, we only know Y dollars, so we will write Y over here. So I wanted to explain you guys the logic behind it. Most like people solve but they do not explain the logic. I want to show you the logic. Plus 147 on reference books and the price of each reference books is Y plus 2 and the quantity is equals to 12. Now comes algebra. 95 multiplied by Y plus 2 plus 147 multiplied by Y upon Y multiplied by Y plus 2 is equals to 12. 95y, my ears hurt honestly, plus what's 95 multiplied by 2? 90, 90, 180, 185, but it should be 190, but let's be sure. 190 plus, we did cross multiplication by the way guys, 147y upon y multiplied by y is y square plus y multiplied by 2 is 2y. All of this is equals to 12. So 95y plus 147y, 95 plus 147, that's 242y. 242y plus 190 is equals to 12 multiplied by, this goes up there, y square plus 2y. So 242y plus 190 is equals to 12y square plus 12 multiplied by 2 is 24y. So 12y square plus 20, I forgot the y, plus 24y, we shift everything there, minus 242y minus 190 is equals to 0. Divide everything by 2. So this becomes 6y square. Okay. Also, what is 24 minus 24 minus 242 and divided by 2? So we get minus 109 y minus 190 divided by 2 is 95 is equals to 0 multiplied by 2. That 2 went up there. So we have shown, look, 6y square minus 109y minus 95 is equals to 0. Shown. Now it says factorize. Okay. So now it says factorize. Okay. So guys, the question is 6y square. Let me zoom it in, zoom it in, zoom it in, zoom it in. 6y square minus 109y minus 95. Look, the first number y square or any square term, the number with that multiplies with the last number. So this is an imaginary number. I want you guys to write it on the side with pencil. Negative 95 actually. So it's negative 570. Okay. Now guys, tell me two numbers such that when you multiply them, you get negative 570, and when you add or subtract them, you get minus 109. So the two numbers are, look, negative 114 multiplied by 5. You get negative 570. Look, negative 114 multiplied by positive 5, you get negative 570. And negative 114 plus 5, it's negative 109. So now you will write 6y square. Break 109 into two parts, which are negative 114y plus 5y negative 95. Take common. You will take 6 as common. Let me continue over here. 6y as common. Let me see if 114 is even divided by 6. Yeah, it is. So 6y I take as common. What remains? Y minus 19. And I take plus 5 as common. What do I get? I take plus 5 common here. Y minus 19. So y minus 19 common. And I get 6y plus 5. So I have factorized. The answer is y minus 19 and 6y plus 5. Now it says find the value of y. Look, y minus 19 is equals to 0, y is equals to positive 19, and 6y plus 5 is equals to 0, 6y is equals to negative 5, y is equals to negative 5 divided by 6. Now, so sorry, it's because I am hungry, I need to get coffee soon. So now look, we are talking about the price of books. Think logically, if you guys have brain, which you do, and if you have brain, you will like, subscribe and share my channel. Please, I need support, guys. Please support me. Anyways, coming back from the emotional trauma, the prices of books cannot be negative. It will be positive. So please use brain and put plus 19 as the answer. Good job. Moving on to the next part, it says find the value of W. Look, this is Pythagoras theorem. Find the value of W. Okay. How much marks is it? 7 marks. Oh my gosh. Now I'll tell you how we solve this question. First of all, you guys will find the value of t. How you guys will find the value of t? You will use Pythagoras theorem. So the Pythagoras theorem, you need to identify the hypotenuse. This is the hypotenuse. So it's basically like the formula is c square is equals to a square plus b square. It doesn't even matter what you take as a and b. What matters is c. C is the hypotenuse. So it's basically 2t plus 3 whole square is equals to 5 square plus t square. Expand this. 2t plus 3 whole square basically means you multiply 2t plus 3 with 2t plus 3. 2t fruity. 2t, it becomes 2t multiplied by 2t is 4t square plus 2t multiplied by 3 is 60. Then 3 multiplied by 2t is again 60, and 3 multiplied by 3 is 9. So it's actually 4t square plus 12t plus 9. 4t square plus 12t plus 9 is equals to 5 square is 25. What's happening? Why is it like this? Okay. Plus t square. So it becomes 4t square minus t square plus 12t plus 9 minus 25 is equals to 0. This becomes 3t square plus 22, 21, no, 21, 21t, oh no, 12t, sorry, 12t, because that's 9 minus, my bad, plus 12t plus 12t, 9 minus 25, that's minus 16 is equals to 0. So now we'll do 3 multiplied by minus 16. 3 multiplied by minus 16 is actually minus 48. Tell me two numbers, guys. Minus 48. Quick. So write 3t square. Write minus 16 is equals to 0. And 16 for 3s are? 16 4s are? Let me see. 16 multiplied by 4. No, it's not 16 multiplied by 4. So for this question, you cannot break the middle term. So what I'll do, guys, I'll just use the calculator. I can use the formula as well. I can use the calculator as well, but for you guys, I'll use the formula. So look, we will use the formula t is equals to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So the value of a is 3, b is 12, c is minus 16. So minus 12 plus minus b square, which is 12 square, minus 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by minus 16 upon 2a, 2 multiplied by 3. Minus 12 plus minus, solve this whole thing. हाय अल्लाह मियाँ थक गया मैं. Don't put under root, my bad, because we need the answer with under root. 336. 336 upon 2 3s are 6. Okay. So one value we will get minus 12. Put 1, number 336 upon 6. So one value is 1.0550. 1.0550. Or now we will put the minus sign, guys. Or negative 5.055. What is it? 0. Now look, guys, these are the values of t, and since t is like the height over here, it cannot be negative. That's common sense, if it was only that common. Anyways, so we will choose the value of t as 1.055. Now it says find the value of w. Okay. So 1.055, we already have 5 and w. So this is opposite, hypotenuse, adjacent. So I will be using the value of opposite and adjacent. Opposite and adjacent comes in tan. So tan w is equals to toa, opposite upon adjacent. Zoom in. Okay. W is equals to tan inverse 1.055 upon 5. So W is equals to 11, wait, 11.914, so 11.9, okay. Now let's move on to the next question. The diagram shows a right angled triangle PQR on horizontal grounds, okay. X is vertically above R, okay, and the angle of elevation of X from P. X from P is 21 degrees, XR 2.8. Calculate the angle of elevation of X from Q. So look guys, in this question when it says that the angle of elevation, angle of x from P, look, it means this thing. Now many students get confused, it just this means this thing is 21 degrees. Now it says calculate the angle of elevation of x from Q. It basically says find this thing. So if I make it, it's actually like this. This is Q, this is R, this is X. So 2.8, R to Q 7.1, and this is theta. Okay. So this is opposite, adjacent. Opposite and adjacent comes in what? Tan. So I will do tan theta to our opposite 2.8 upon adjacent 7.1. Theta is equals to tan inverse 2.8 upon 7.1. So you get 21.522. So theta is equals to 21.5 degrees. So that's your answer. Now it says calculate PQ. So look guys, for PQ, PQ is this thing. Now whenever you guys get stuck at such questions, just make the diagram. Okay. We have P, we have Q, we have R. We know the value of RQ 7.1. We need to find PQ. We do not have PR. Now the question is, can you guys find the value of PR? Yes, we can. How? Look. P, R, X. This is 21. This is 2.8. Opposite and hype and adjacent. Opposite and adjacent comes in cos. So we will say cos 21. Not cos 21, sorry. It's not cos, it's actually tan, because opposite and adjacent toa. So tan 21 is equals to toa 2.8 upon PR. So PR is equals to 2.8 divided by tan 21. So it's 7.29. So this thing is 7.29. We already know that this is a right angle triangle. So this must be hypotenuse. So PQ square whole square is equals to 7.29 square plus 7.1 square. So PQ is equals to under root both the sides, under root 7.29 square plus 7.1 square. So your answer is 7.76. 7.76. Alright. Wait. Let me put a square. No, it's not 7.76. My bad. I forgot to put the square. It's actually 10.17. 10.17 means 10.2. I did not put a square here. Anyways, it says calculate the acute angle KM, this angle ML. Okay. Look guys, for this we will use sine law. So we will say sine M upon. If you guys want to learn sine law, cosine law, further trigonometry, I'll attach my video. You guys just comment. I'll attach my video. I'll reply you with my video in which I'm teaching further trigonometry. Sine n upon 16.7 is equals to sine 32 upon 9.1. So sine m is equals to sine 32. I have also made notes. If you guys need it, cross multiply, just mention them in the comments below. I'll send you guys the notes. Because we are finding the angle, m is equals to sine inverse sine 32 multiplied by 16.7 upon 9.1. Sine 32 multiplied by 16.7 upon 9.1. So it's 76.52, so 76.5. Okay. Moving on to the next question, it says the area of triangles ABC is given. Show that BAC is 28.4. So look guys, we will use the formula of half AB sine C. So area is equals to half AB sine C. So area is already given 62.89. 62.89 is equals to half multiplied by A, which is 21.5, multiplied by B, which is 12.3, sine C. That we don't know. Sine theta, this theta. So 2 will go up there, multiply. So this will turn out to be 62.89 multiplied by 2 divided by 21.5. Is it 21.5? Yeah. Multiplied by 12.3 is equals to sine theta. So theta is equals to sine inverse 62.89 multiplied by 2 divided by 21.5 multiplied by 12.3. So my friends, sine inverse 62.89 multiplied by 2 upon 21.5 multiplied by 12.3. If you guys want, you guys can solve it further, but I'm just putting the whole thing into the calculator. So as you guys can see, what is my calculator showing? 28.4. And what do we have to show over here as well? 28.4. So this is enough. Look, 28.4. Hence shown. Now it says calculate. Why is not a question saying? Now it says calculate BC. So look, this is 28.4. We want to calculate BC. We can use cosine law. Cosine law is actually c square is equals to a square plus b square minus 2ab cos c. So this thing will actually become, look, this thing will actually become c square, the line BC. So just for your sake, in order to avoid any sort of confusion, I'm writing BC square is equals to a square. A square is 21.5. What's happening? Okay. 21.5 square plus 12.3 square minus 2 multiplied by 21.5 multiplied by 12.3. Not my 3 looks like a 4. Cos 28.4. Okay. So now let me solve this whole thing. 21.5 square minus 12.3 square minus 2 multiplied by 21.5 multiplied by 12.3 multiplied by cos 28.4. We get negative. What mistake have we made? Okay, so let's just solve it step by step. So 21.5 square plus 12.3 square, that is actually 600 and this 613.54, 613.54. Then let's solve 2 multiplied by 21.5 multiplied by 12.3 multiplied by cos 28.4. This is 465.24. So we subtract 465.24. We subtract them both. Okay. So 613.54 subtracted with your answer, you get 148.293. So BC whole square is equals to 148.293. So you will under root both the sides now, okay? I'm dead tired now, dead tired. So you got 12.177. So BC is equals to 12.177, so 12.2 actually. So next part it says AB is extended to a point D. Okay, AB is extended to the point D such that angle BDC is 90, which means that BDC is 90, okay? Calculate BD. They're asking you to calculate this length of BD. Look, what I'll do, I'll just make the whole diagram over here for you guys, okay? Let me make a neat diagram. I want to make a good diagram. Let me zoom it in a bit too. Okay, this is D, this is B, this is A, this is C, this is 28.4, this is 21.5, this is 12.3, and this is 12.2. We actually calculated all the things, lengths. So look, what I'll do, just make this thing A, DC. Use 28.4 and use 21.5 to find CD. So this is opposite and this is hypotenuse. So opposite and hypotenuse comes in sine. So sine 28.4 so is equals to CD upon 21.5. 21.5 will go up there and multiply. So sine 28.4 multiply by, so CD is equals to 10.225. CD is equals to 10.225. Now guys, look, what do I have now? BDC. BD is 12.2 and CD is 10.225. This is hypotenuse, so 12.2 square is equals to 10.225 square plus BD square. BD is equals to under root 12.2 square minus 10.225. If you guys don't know Pythagoras theorem, let me know. I'll share my video with you guys in the comments below. My alarm, 12.2 square minus 10.225. So I get 11.773. So 11.8. 11.8. Okay. Again, before I made a mistake again. Square, guys. Sorry. It's not 11.8. It's 6.655. 6.655. Every time I forget to write the square, you guys don't do that mistake. Okay. Next question. Question number 8. So, yeah. In question 8, it says the diagram shows two fair dices. Dice A is numbered 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 6. Dice B is numbered 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Dice A is rolled once. Write down the probability that it lands on the number 6. So look, in dice A, there are a total of how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the number 6 is just shown once. So the probability of getting a 6 is 1 upon 6 because there are 6 total numbers and the number 6 in itself comes once. So 1 upon 6. Okay. Next question says that dice A is rolled 150 times. Find the number of times it is expected to land on number 6. So look, 150 times multiplied with the probability of getting a 6. So probability of getting a 6 is 1 upon 6. So the answer is 25. I'll show it to you guys as well. 150 divided by 6, 25. Okay. Next question says that dice A and dice B are each rolled once. Find the probability that the two numbers they land on have a total of 6. The best way to do this question is right over here, dice A. Let me just see. Yeah, just let me go a bit up, bit. Okay. Dice A. Let me just write A and let me write B over here. So A is basically 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 6. Let me write it a bit better. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 6. And dice B is actually 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. So it says find the probability that the two numbers they land on have a total of 6. So look how many times 6 is coming. So when you, let me use a different color for you guys over here. Yeah, so 2 plus 2 is 3, then 1 plus 4, 4, 1, 5, 5, 5, okay. Then we have 2 plus 2, 4, 2 plus 3 is 5, 5, 2 plus 4 is 6, 6, 6. Then 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 3 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5, 2 plus 6, 6, 6. Then again 2 plus 2 is 4, 2 plus 3 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5, 2 plus 4 is 6, 6, 6. 3 plus 2 is 5, 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 6, 3 plus 4 is 7, 3 plus 4 is 7, 3 plus 4 is 7, 6 plus 2 is 8, 6 plus 3 is 9, 9, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10, 10. So how many outcomes are there? There are 36 outcomes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 36 outcomes. And out of that, find the probability that the two numbers they land on have a total of 6. So guys, how many times do we get 6? Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11 upon 36. Out of 36 times we get the sum of both numbers as 6, 11 times. Find the probability that when the two numbers they land on have a total of 6, both numbers are 3. Okay, both numbers are 3. Both numbers are 3. Let me use the correct color. Both numbers are 3. So both numbers are 3. Both numbers are 3. This, because 3, 3, 3, 3. So look guys, question, try to understand the question. Find the probability that when the two numbers they land on have a total of 6. How many times is 6 coming? 11 times. Both the numbers are 3. So how many times is it then when both the numbers are 3, the outcome is 6? It's 2 times. When both the numbers are 3, it's 2 times. So 3 and 3, it is 2 times. When you add two numbers, you get 6, and the two numbers are also 3. And the total times we get the number 6 is 11. So that's how we get 2 upon 11. Oh, why are these questions not ending? Dice B is rolled n times. The probability that on the nth roll it first lands on the number 3 is 32 upon 729. Find the value of n. So in this question guys, look, read the question. The probability that on the nth roll it first land on the number 3. What is the probability of landing on the number 3? We are talking about dice B. Dice B has 3 2 times out of 6 numbers. So that is actually 2 upon 3. Alright, which will, 2 upon 6, which will become 1 upon 3. Alright, so the probability that the first dice lands on 3 is 1 upon 3. And the second number does not land on 3, so the probability is going to be 2 upon 3 raised to the power. What will be raised to the power? So we will be raising it to the power n minus 1. The reason we do it because the first one is raised to the power of 1. So of course the second one is going to be n raised to the power minus 1, and the result is equivalent to 32 upon 729. Okay. Now from this point onwards we will do simple calculation, which is going to be 1 upon 3. First 2 upon 3 is multiplied by n, so we will write 1 upon 3 multiplied by 1 upon 3 raised to power 1 multiplied by 2 upon 3 raised to power n. Then we will divide it with 2 upon 3 raised to power 1, because it's negative 1, it will go down, because 2 upon 3 raised to power negative 1 is actually upon, so that's why we made it go down, we carried it down, is equals to 32 over 729. Alright, so this 3 and 3 got cancelled out, and because since this 3 and 3 got cancelled out, what remains is 1 upon 2 multiplied by 2 upon 3 raised to power n is equals to 32 upon 729. Now in order to remove this 1 upon 2, let me write everything over here. 1 upon 2 multiplied by 2 upon 3 raised to power n is equals to 32 upon 729. So in order to remove this 1 upon 2, what I will be doing is that I will multiply it with 2 upon 1. Alright, in short with 2. I will multiply this side with 2 upon 1 as well. So 2 and 2 gets cancelled out. What becomes is 2 upon 3 raised to power n is equals to 64 upon 729. Okay, now what you guys will do? You guys will write 2 upon 3 raised to power n is equals to 2 raised to power 6 upon 3 raised to power 6. So this becomes 2 upon 3 raised to power n, and this also becomes 2 upon 3 raised to power 6. So the value of n is 6. That's how we find the value of n. Moving on to next question. Question number 9 says the diagram shows a sketch of the graph y is equals to 4x cubed minus x raised to power 4. The graph crosses the x-axis at origin and at the point A. The point B is the maximum point. Differentiate. So guys, if you do not know differentiation, what I will do is that mention it. I have a video on differentiation as well, simple and advanced level. I will share it with you guys. So first we do dy over dx. So 3 multiplied by 4, it becomes 12x. We subtract 1 power. Minus 4 multiplied by x, it becomes 4x. We subtract 1 power. So the answer is 12x squared minus 4x cubed. Okay. Now guys, in order to find the coordinate of B, we already did dy over dx is equals to 12x squared minus 4x cubed. Alright, so basically dy over dx means gradient. So the gradient of any stationary point is 0. So this means that 12x squared minus 4x cubed is equals to 0. Now you will take 4x squared as common, so we have now 3x, no sorry 3, only 3. Wait a minute. Yeah, 3 minus x is equals to 0. So this means that 3 minus x is equals to 0, minus x is equals to minus 3, x is equals to 3. So one value of x is 3 and 4x squared is equals to 0, x is equals to 0, and the other value of x is 0. Okay, so it says find the coordinate of B. We already know that B is somewhat here. So of course the value of x will not be 0, it will be 3. And you had the equation y is equals to 4x cubed minus x4. So now y is equals to, we will put the value of 3 in place of x. So 3 cubed minus 3 raised to power 4. Bismillah. I'm honestly so hungry right now. If my mom was here, she would have cooked me something. My mom is not here. Sad life. At least I hope you guys will subscribe my channel. That would make me happy. So it's 27. So y is equals to 27. So the two coordinates are 3, 27, like that. Then it says find the gradient of the graph at point A. Okay, we have to find the gradient of the graph at point A. So look guys, at point A, it's the x-axis. Okay, it's the x-axis. So y is equals to 4x cubed minus 4x cubed minus x raised to power 4. It means at the x-axis y is 0. So 4x cubed minus x4. This actually become, take x cubed as common. It becomes 4 minus x is equals to 0. So x is equals to Let me write down the whole thing so that you guys don't get confused, because chances are you guys might not understand, so I'll do the whole working. So look, I can say x cube is equals to 0 divided by 4 minus x is equals to 0, or 4 minus x is equals to 0 divided by x cube, minus x is equals to minus 4, minus minus cancel, x is equals to 4. So what's the value of x? 4. Now I told you how do we find gradient when we do dy over dx, and dy over dx is 12x square minus 4x cube. So I will say 12x square minus 4x cube. I already know the value of x, so 12 multiplied by 4 square minus 4 multiplied by 4 cube. Plug these values in. Negative 64. So gradient is negative 64. Bismillah. So question 10 now. Question 10 says ABCDEF is a regular hexagon. DFDA DB are diagonal. Complete the following statement using 3 different triangles. It's like as if they're giving me a poetry or a rhyme. Triangle DEF is congruent to triangle. Look, DEF is congruent to DEF is congruent to DCB. So I'll just write down DCB. Then it says we have to give another statement. Complete the following statement using 3 different triangles. So we can use DFA. Okay, DFA is congruent to DFA is congruent to DAB. DAB. Okay, DAB for you guys. DAB. Okay. So moving on to the next question, it says P, Q and Q are points on a circle. P and Q are points on a circle with center O. T, P and TQ are tangents. Complete the following. In the triangle OPT and OQ2, OP is dash because each is a radius of circle. So OP is equals to OQ. Okay, OP is equals to OQ. This side is equals to this side because both are radius. Alright, OT is a common side. Angle OPT is equals angle OPT, of course, is angle equal to angle OQT. OQT, because now why is it equal to this angle? Because it is angle between a radius. Look, it's angle between a radius and a tangent, because angle between a radius and a tangent. Triangles OPT and triangles OQ2, OQT are congruent using the, look, both are right angle triangle. So you will say right hand side RHS. And last it says this proves that the tangent TP and TQ, both these tangents are also equal. Finally, we are on to the next question, and before we move on, I deserve a sip of coffee. Oh. It says, Alhamdulillah, find G of 3. So look, let me zoom it in now for you guys. G of 3 basically means instead of the value, G of x is x minus 1 whole square. So instead I will write G of 3, instead of x I will write 3 minus 1 whole square, so that's 2 whole square. 2 whole square is 4. So the answer is 4. Now the next part says find f of x minus 2. Look, f of x is equals to 1 minus 3x. It says f of x minus 2. So I will say 1 minus 3, and in place of x I will write this, x minus 2. 1 minus 3x plus 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. 1 plus 6 is 7. So it's 7 minus 3x. Okay, it's 7 minus 3x. Now it says find f inverse x. Look, what is f of x? F of x is 1 minus 3x. Whenever you guys have to find inverse, you will say y is equals to 1 minus 3x. Shift it 3x, we shifted 3x over there, is equals to 1 minus y. X is equals to 1 minus y upon 3. So f inverse x is 1 minus x upon 3. We exchange, okay, in place of y we write x. Okay. Now it says g f of x minus gx f of x is equals to find the values. Okay. First of all, let me write each and everything. F of x is equals to 1 minus 3x. G of x is equals to x minus 1 whole square. Okay. So first of all, let's find g f of x. So look, g f of x basically means that in place of f of x you wrote the value of g. So g f of x means 1 minus 3x. In place of f of x I wrote 1 minus 3x. And how do I find g? I find g using this, x minus 1 whole square. So in place of x I will put this. So 1 minus 3x minus 1 whole square. So minus 1 cancelled out. This becomes minus 3 whole square. It becomes positive 9x square. So g f of x is positive 9. Now I have to do g f of x multiplied by f of x. So g of x multiplied by f of x, g of x is x minus 1 whole square, multiply it with what? F of x. F of x is 1 minus 3x. Okay. So let me just square this thing. This becomes x square minus 2x plus 1 multiplied by 1 minus 3x. Let me expand this now. So this becomes x square minus 3x cube, okay, minus 2x plus 6x plus 1. I'm just multiplying each number, minus 3x. So I will write x square plus 6x is 7x minus 2x minus 3x is minus 5x. This is x square minus 3x cube plus 1. Okay guys, so now moving on to the part, this thing g f of x is 9x square, alright, minus this whole thing gx multiplied by f of x is this 7x square minus 5x minus 3x cube plus 1. Okay, so this becomes 9x square minus 7x square plus 5x plus 3x cube minus 1. So 9x square minus 7x square is actually 2x square plus 5x plus 3x cube minus 1. Now I will arrange it in order. 3x cube plus 2x square plus 5x minus 1. So look, now let's compare. 3x cube, alright, so nothing over here. This is equivalent to what? 3x cube plus ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, it's here. So look, ax square, so a is 2. Bx, so b is 5. C and c, so c is minus 1. So I hope you guys get it now. Next question, it says find h of x minus f of x, give your answer in simplest form. So look, h of x, it's already given in the question, it's 3 upon x. F of x, we already know it's 1 minus 3x. Okay, if you guys are wondering, I have a good memory and all these things came from here. Now it says give your answer. So look, we have to subtract, so I will do 3 upon x minus what is f of x? 1 minus 3 x. upon 1. So now cross multiply beta. Beta, I'm gotten used to calling everyone beta. So it becomes 3 multiplied by 1 minus x multiplied by, my ear hurts, 1 minus 3x upon x. 3, so just write minus sign. X multiplied by 1 is x multiplied by minus 3 is minus 3x squared upon x. 3 minus x plus 3x squared upon x. So your final answer would be actually 3x squared minus x plus 3 upon x. Okay. How many questions are left? Oh my god, there's question 12 as well. Okay, we'll manage inshallah. I'll try to quicken up the pace. So it says h of x raised to power n is equals to 3x raised to power 7. So look, h of x is how much? H of x is 3 upon x actually. Alright, so it says h raised to power xn. So I will say h raised to power xn is equals to 3 upon, in place of x I will write x raised to power n. Okay, and this is equals to what? This thing. So it means 3 upon x raised to power n is equals to 3x7. 3 gets cancelled out. Okay, so it means 1 upon x raised to power n is equals to x raised to power 7. This x will come up, so it becomes x raised to power negative 1 is equals to x raised to power 7. X get cancelled out. Negative n is equals to 7. N is equals to negative 7. Okay. Oh, I got a message from someone. Okay, I have to reply in a while. So next question says O is the origin 0, 0. A is the point. What's the time? Just give me 1 minute. Okay. A is the point 8, 1 and B is the point 2, 5. Write down column vectors. Okay. So look, OB. They have already given you that B is the point 2, 5. So you'll just write it down like this, 2, 5. That's it. Nothing rocket science. Then it says AB. AB actually means AB is equals to OA minus OB. OA is 8, 1 minus OB. OB is 2, 5. So this turns out to be 8 minus 2 is 6. 1 minus 5 is 4. 8 minus 2. Okay. My bad guys. Sorry. AB is OB minus OA. My bad. It's actually AB is OB minus OA. So OB is 2, 5 minus OA is 8, 1. So 2 minus 8 is negative 6 and 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay. How many questions? We still have a lot of questions. Okay. Now it says find the equation of line AB. Give your answer in the form y is equals to mx plus c. So look, A, the coordinates of A is 8, 1. The coordinate of B is 2, 5. Alright. So x1, y1, x2, y2. So now we will apply the formula of gradient. M is equals to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So I will say 5 minus 1 upon x2. 2 minus 8. So 5 minus 1 is 4. 2 minus 8 is negative 6. Okay. So the gradient, it becomes negative 2 upon 3. Now since the question said y is equals to mx plus c, choose any point you want, 8, 1 or 2, 5. I'll choose 8, 1. Write it over here. So in place of y I will write 1 is equals to gradient is negative 2 upon 3. The value of x is 8 plus c. 1 is equals to negative 16 upon 3 plus c. C is equals to 1 plus 16 upon 3. C is equals to 1 plus 16 upon 3. It's 19 upon 3, okay? So your final answer, 19 upon 3, your final answer is going to be, we already know the gradient, so y is equals to minus 2 upon 3x plus 19 upon 3. How many questions? 2 more. Okay, we'll manage inshallah. Now it says find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB, give your answer. Look, perpendicular bisector, what does it mean? If I make AB is like this. A is 2 comma 5, B is 8 comma 1, and perpendicular bisector basically means a 90 degree which cuts this angle at the middle point, which is, let's call this x3 y3, middle point. Alright, so first of all, how do we find the gradient of this thing? Look, the gradient, the formula for gradient of perpendicular bisector is m1 multiplied by m2 is equals to minus 1. We already know the gradient of line AB, which is, what's the gradient of line AB? Negative 2 upon 3. So we will say, and now we want to find the gradient of the perpendicular. So m1 multiplied by negative 2 upon 3 is equals to negative 1. m1 is equals to, 3 will go up there, multiply with negative 1, so it becomes negative 3 upon negative 2. m1 is equals to 3 upon 2. So the gradient of the perpendicular line is 3 upon 2. Now we have to find the midpoint. The formula for midpoint is equals to x1 plus x2 upon 2 comma y1 plus y2 upon 2. So again, make your life easy, mention down all things. x1 y1, x2 y2. So x1 is 2 plus x1 plus x2 8 upon 2 comma y1 is 5, y2 is 1 upon 2. So 10 upon 2 comma 6 upon 2. So this middle point equation, the coordinates of this middle point are 5 comma 3. So now we have the coordinates 5 comma 3 and we have the gradient, which is, what's the gradient? 3 upon 2. Just make the equation now. Y is equals to mx plus c. So y is 3 is equals to m is 3 upon 2 multiplied by 5 plus c. There's no space. I'll continue over here. Okay guys. 3 is equals to 3 5 is 15 upon 2 plus c. C is equals to 3 minus 15 upon 2. So it's negative 9 upon 2. C is equals to negative 9 upon 2. So your equation actually would be y is equals to, write down the gradient, 3 upon 2x plus c. What's the value of c? Negative 9 upon 2. Negative 9 upon 2. That's how you solve this question. Moving on to the next part, let me zoom it in, zoom it in, zoom it in. It says the line AB meets y at P, okay. The perpendicular bisector of AB meets the y-axis at Q, okay. Find the length of PQ. To solve this question, you guys have to make the diagram first. My diagram is absolutely horrible. Y-axis, x-axis, line AB, B, and this, let me label the points in, A, point A, so this is point A actually, this is the midpoint. AB meets the y-axis at P, okay, AB meets the y-axis at P. This is P, okay, 0 comma y, because at y-axis the value of x is 0, and this is Q. The line AB meets the y-axis at P, so it is this line AB is meeting y-axis at P, the coordinates for P are 0, y. Let me write down it like this. P 0, y. The perpendicular bisector which was 90 degree, I have made it a bit tilted, so let me make it again for you. Why is it not? Yeah, let me make it again for you guys. It should be more like straight. Okay, so this is the point, this is the midpoint. Okay, the perpendicular bisector of AB meets Q. This is Q, y-axis at Q, so again 0, y. So equation of AB, we already know it, it's y is equals to minus 2 upon 3x plus 19 upon 3. So we already know that x is equals to 0, right? Because at P it's 0, y, so x is equals to 0. So what's the value of P when we plug in x is equals to 0? Y is equals to 2 multiplied by 0 is 0, 0 divided by 3 is also 0, so y is equals to 19 upon 3. We said this one thing. So the coordinates of P are 0, 19 upon 3. Now this is the gradient of perpendicular, sorry, line of perpendicular. What's the equation of perpendicular line? Equation of perpendicular perp. Perp, not perp, never mind. It's y is equals to 3 upon 2x minus 9 upon 2. If you guys are confused where these values are coming from, look, we solved it. We actually solved everything. Alright, again, this point is meeting at Q. So y, value of x is 0, so 3 multiplied by 0 is 0, 0 divided by 2 is also 0, so y is equals to minus 9 upon 2. Okay. Now the value of Q is actually 0, 9 upon 2. 9 upon 2, right? Let me see. Yeah, 9 upon 2. Okay. So now we will write P over here, 0, 19 upon 3. You can say x1, y1 and write Q over here, 0, negative x2, y2. Now we have to find this distance. Just give me 1 minute, guys. So what's the formula for distance? PQ, the formula for distance is x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Okay, this is the formula for distance. So x2 is 0, y x2 minus x1, 0 minus 0 whole square plus y2 is negative 9 upon 2, y2 minus y1 is 19 upon 3 whole square. Don't use your brain because in the exam by this time your brain will be melting just like mine. Yallah, I'm tired. Oh, guys, please do show support. Please do like and subscribe and share my channel. So we have put it in brackets. Negative 9 upon 2 negative 19 upon 3 whole squared. So your answer is going to be 10.83, which you can also write as like 65 upon 6. Do we have any other question? No, this was the last question. So guys, this is it from my side. Please do like, subscribe and share my channel. Your support would mean a lot to me. I'm trying to get like my channel monetized. I still only have like, this time when I'm uploading my videos, like 214 subscribers. So please do share it with your friends. Please do like, subscribe, comment, share. Even one subscriber means a lot. So If you guys have any questions, please do mention in the comments below. I also make videos for accounts. So, and yeah, that's about it. So bye bye, take care, ma salama.